Hello, 6th grade. You should, in your envelope of materials, have a plain white piece of paper. This project's going to be done on this 9 by 12 piece of drawing paper. And you should still have a small gray piece of paper like this. You had several of them. What you're going to do is you're going to make a drawing, let's say a cubist drawing. And for that I want to explain to you a little bit about cubism. In simple terms, cubism is being able to see all sides of an object at once and interpret it on a flat piece of paper. So basically, I'm going to use a mug, coffee mug, for my drawing, and it's being able to see all sides of this coffee mug at the same time. And the trick is you're going to transpose that onto a flat surface. So you're taking something that is three-dimensional, you can see all the sides around it, something in life, and you're transposing it onto something flat. Alright, so this is a little involved, but I want you to understand that there was a painter named Paul Cézanne in the 1850s to the 1910s synthesized what we know as cubism. What he did is he would take everyday situations and he would alter them slightly so that you can see that the tabletop here starts here, but it doesn't continue. It breaks down here a little bit. So there's a change in the change in the elevation of the table. Here you're looking at supposedly a plane, a tabletop, and some of the tabletop objects, the cylinders make sense. Like they all lay down parallel to the tabletop. This one though is tilted up. It's almost as if it's propped forward slightly. And so he had huge amounts of information in here that would break down the picture plane to make it feel more plastic than it really is. And that's kind of what Cézanne did. All right, here's another good example. Here's a portrait, but you can see because of the way his body has been drawn, it creates a plane that almost looks kind of like a box this way. And if you look at his face has kind of a perspective that wants to go out like this. So there's a direction to the face going this way. Yet his nose creates a plane that goes this way. So many of his works of art deal with this dynamic based on cubism, but that was a little bit of a history lesson. What I would do, take your drawing paper and take your gray paper and just simply place it on top and trace, so that just trace one square inside of another. So your drawing's going to be inside of this rectangle. Yeah, I'm going to set this mug down in front of me. Let's say here. And I'm going to just draw it. I'm going to make a portrait of it. Imagine I'm looking at this mug like so, just like it's sitting here in front of me. So it's more like that. I'm looking down on it. It's just a cylinder with a handle coming off the side of it. And the handle has a nice twist to it. Good. So in a very short order, now I have don't know if you can see it, but I just have a simple drawing. Now what I'm going to add to this drawing is my own interpretations. So I'm going to take the mug and I'm going to turn it slightly. See what happens when you look at a mug straight on, it's a circle. But if you start to turn the cylinder slightly, you can see that the circle has now become an ellipse. It's no longer a circle, becomes an ellipse. So I'm going to use that dynamic and I'm going to incorporate it in the drawing somewhere. Now I've chosen to use a carbon pencil for this, or charcoal pencil for this, I mean. And I like that because a charcoal pencil gives you really dark darks, and you can blend it also. It'll give you some intermediate grays if you want. And then you can go back with an eraser and you can erase some of the smudge that you put on it. And so you can kind of get a little more flexible drawing experience with the marker, or with the charcoal. So I'm just going to start rendering this drawing. All right, so this is a very quick version, but you can get a feeling that there's a drawing of a coffee mug here. It's you're looking at it this way, and you're also looking at it this way, as if the coffee mug were sitting first on the table like so. So the idea of a cubist drawing, and I could add more to this, and you know, use some of these shapes that you find in here. I could actually add them into the drawing somehow if I wanted to bring that line up. Now this background becomes part of the mug here. So there's things that you can do to actually force the viewer's eye to see the picture as a deconstruction of the mug, or deconstruction of a pair of pliers. You can choose you know, if you wanted to use a tool. You know, pliers have a nice profile. You don't have to use that. You can use something geometric like a square if you want. Here's a pair of headphones or earmuffs that like you would use for ear protection. You might have something in a work out in the woodshed or in a workshop, or maybe your father has some old plumbing fittings that you want to use. You could do that. You don't have to use a mug or a mask or a face. You could use something very simple. All right? Okay. So try this. I'm going to put this on your home page, your stream page, okay? 6th grade stream page, and you can give it a shot. I think I got it upside down. Doesn't matter really. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to put this on your stream page, and so you can take a look at it there. Thank you. Good luck.